In the case of Random Blonde Woman and Random Son, Mark is not the father.
What? I'm so sorry! What?
In the second case of Random Blonde Woman and Random Son, Johnny is the father.
What? You're my own brother! It just happened once! It was just once, baby!
Sorry, honey, wait! You owe me big time! You owe me a Wii, an Xbox, and everything I want for 9 years. Got that?
I'll buy anything you want, son.
Good man.
Hey guys, this is the VideoGameMasters, and we're back at Peter's house.
Yeah, they had so much fun raiding my fridge last time, I just felt bad for him and let him come back and do it again.
Hey, you got some good food, man. Anyways, this is Mark Rodriguez. This is Johnny Rodriguez.
This is Ryan Rasmussen.
I'm Peter Grant. You may not remember Ryan from the last episode. That's because he was hiding in the closet.
Yeah.
He just came out about a day ago.
Yeah.
Ow.
Today we're talking about Soul Calibur IV. It's the newest and latest installment in the Soul Calibur franchise.
Let's check it out.
Now, two souls are fiercely entangled.
Ready? Don't cry when you lose.
Battle 1, fight!
Soul Calibur IV continues the fast-paced sword-slashing action from the series, bringing back favorites like Mitsurugi, Sophia, Cassandra, Taki, Ivy, Cervantes, Nightmare, and Tira, to name a few.
Now the main story to Soul Calibur IV is that we got this guy, Algo, who has both the good sword Soul Calibur and the evil sword Soul Edge, and all the characters in this game have the different reasons for going up and defeating Algol and taking those swords. Some people want to destroy him and save the universe, some people want total power, some people even want to take him back to other people. It's pretty crazy. Okay, so in Soul Calibur IV, we've got 5 new characters from the last few games. We've got Hilda, which is basically a girl with a really big spear. We've got Algol, who is the main character, who I explained earlier, and we got 3 Star Wars characters. As you see, we've got the Apprentice with his red lightsaber, and there's also Yoda for the Xbox version and Darth Vader for the PS3 version.
Okay, I just got a question. Why doesn't a lightsaber cut through a sword? I mean, laws of physics should not work this way.
That's a good question, and you know what? I don't have an answer for you. That's just something about this game.
You can now destroy the opponent's armor in the game, leaving them vulnerable to more damage. If they're weakened with a Soul Crush, you can even one-hit kill them with a critical finish. And hey, I wouldn't mind seeing Ivy lose even less clothes.
Mark, we're in Peter's house. Behave.
The Star Wars characters also have an extra Force bar to let them use the Force for certain attacks. Plus, thanks to having them in the game, you have this new Star Wars stage to fight in. Having classic 16th century characters fighting it out in outer space, that's just awesome.
The game has a typical arcade mode where every character has their own story and their own separate ending.
And of course, the game also has versus mode where you beat each other up. As you can see, Ryan is trying to kick Pete's ass.
It's not, yeah, for him it's kind of working kind of well right now.
Yeah, right now, exactly.
The versus mode can be either normal or special style, where you can use special armor and abilities that you customize yourself.
And now Peter's playing the Tower of Lost Souls level. This is where he ascends or descends the tower and faces different characters of varying difficulty and speciality.
And I just lost.
And he just lost, so this is probably very embarrassing for him.
Yes, I am very embarrassed.
It's one of the most important portions of the game and longer than the story mode itself.
Much longer.
You can also tag in between fighters for certain parts of the game's story mode and the Tower of the Lost Souls mode.
It's really too bad it couldn't be used in the 2-player modes.
And of course, with every new fighting game nowadays, you got a character creation mode. You can alter the fighting styles, different kinds of looks, and armor.
The armor has special abilities, like you see that has the power impact boost gauge special there on the side. Every piece of armor you put on affects that gauge, and if you have points left in that gauge, you can spend it at the end on special skills like preventing ring outs, gaining health back, draining health even. There's a lot of skills which helps make your character more unique.
And this is the museum menu. This is where you spend points that you gain from beating the Tower of Lost Souls or the story mode.
This is a place where you can spend points on the Chain of Souls, Art Gallery, the Events Theater, and you can check out your battle records.
And you unlock characters.
Overall, this is an awesome game with awesome graphics. This game is the first in the Soul Calibur series for a next generation system, and it really shows too. The backgrounds are very detailed with things moving around and a lot of stuff going on in general. But what did we think of the game?
Soul Calibur IV improves a lot upon Soul Calibur III. One of the biggest complaints about Soul Calibur III was the computers being extremely cheesy, blocking all your attacks, reducing you to using cheap tactics all the time. This game has a better AI, a lot more fun to play with, and you get a whole bunch of cooler characters.
Well, I think the game's pretty good. It's very fast-paced. There's a lot of action, and of course, all those extra modes make the game extra fun. So it's really worth check it out, buy it, and it's all good.
Also, it's got a wide customization of characters, and it gets boring if you're playing it by yourself after a while. But, you know, if you have a lot of friends around, it's always a good time.
Dude, don't you dare insult my sailor hat, okay? My sailor hat is sexy, okay?
Oh, good. Yeah, I just sliced your sailor hat, alright? So get some of that.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, what? What you got?
You're worse than Johnny and I, that guy playing Street Fighter 4. I mean,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, it has a good arcade mode and, you know, decent Tower of Lost Souls. That's, you know, an advanced version of arcade mode. But, you know, it's got, you can customize default characters. I like that. I like that you can create your own character, make it unique to your style. Those are the good parts about that game. But, there really isn't a whole lot to do when you're playing it single player like any other fighting game. You know, it's like, I don't know, it does sort of get old after a while if you're really good at it. But otherwise, you know, it's got an anti-button mashing system, so if you, with a lot of characters, so if you're using certain characters and you try button mashing, you're going to get your butt kicked by pros. That's just a fact. Well, that's about it for this game. I would definitely recommend it. It's pretty good for a fighting game.
yeah, one thing I want to add though, one of the things about Soul Calibur 3, was it Soul Calibur 3 or that had Spawn in them?
Wait, Spawn?
Yeah. That was one of those games that had Spawn.
I don't think any of them had Spawn in
Yeah, because one game had a special feature where if you bought like the Nintendo version, it had Link. If you bought the Xbox, it had Spawn.
Oh, that was 2.
And if you bought,
that was 2. I had Link.
Yeah, and this game was a lot better because even though one system does have Yoda and the other system does have Darth Vader, thanks to the DLC content, you can actually have all the characters in the same game. You're not missing out anything if you buy one version over the other.
However, one thing I did like better about Soul Calibur 2 was they had an adventure mode that actually had a storyline. You go through an entire map. There were tons of more battles. I personally thought it was better than Tower of the Lost Souls by a mile. But so far, that's the only thing 2 has over 4 because 4 is pretty amazing. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.
Well, we're the Game Masters. I'm Ryan Rasmussen.
I'm Peter Grant.
I'm Mark Rodriguez.
And I'm Johnny Rodriguez.
Thanks
for watching.
See you
next time.
Hey, that's what's wrong with this show when we get too many people.
Ow.
Well, that wraps things up.
One of the biggest complaints about Soul Calibur 3 was that the computer was extremely cheesy, basically blocking all your moves and, reducing you to using cheap Damn, sorry.
Blooper!
Blooper!
In the the case of Random Blonde Woman and Random Son. Mark is not the father.
Oh wait, oh man, sorry. I reacted before you said not. Sorry.
What is this time limit? What is this time limit crap?
Oh, from
what is
time
this
limit.
crap?
That's lame.
Ooh.
You're lame.
Screw this,
It's only
man.
60. Anyone who loses the time limit is lame.
Who set the time limit? Your mom.
Okay guys, I'm gonna start the movie.
Alright.
That's fine.